this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
And for the Badgers, Fisher is out there with Hill, and it's Conley in at the 3 spot.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there, going for the tip in.
Yeah, and that's what happens, though, when you do your work early in terms of getting the good position.
So Wisconsin ends up going with the new group. Here's Jeffries, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Jeffries got the lead up to 9 now for the Huskies.
And, you know, you look at the Huskies, a big part of why they get so many future NBA guys is they recruit very well on the East Coast and around the country, for that matter. They are a premier destination school in the Northeast, and that part of the country loves its hoops.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Here is Hawkins. He's covered by Jeffries. Payton against Keith. Kaminsky, the pass to Decker. Huskies with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Joseph dishes to Jeffries. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, Wisconsin has not historically had a lot of players in the NBA. That number, however, could be growing in the next few seasons. I mean, they have a few, but for the most part,
you want me to close my eyes
their
on this
winning
one
has come through solid team play.
Evans, he's checked in for Wisconsin. And both free throws good from Freak. Greg, I think you were talking about this just a moment ago. We'll be seeing more and more Badgers in the NBA with their recent success. Frank Kaminsky being the most recent NBA product.
And Kaminsky isn't alone. Sam Decker on that squad will be coming in. How about John Lure and Greg Stiesma and Devin Harris are all fellow Wisconsin alums. You look at the list and you see a lot of guys who know how to do the little things for a team.
Back to Evans. To the paint. Here's Payton. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Payton's got his first bucket of the night.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And so that's the end of the first half. The Huskies on top, up 10. We'll see you after halftime. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
You know what, guys? That was the start that Freak and his team wanted in the first half. I mean, they didn't run away with the game, but they're in a really good spot to capture the title.
These first 5 minutes in the second half are going to be huge. They know their opponent is going to come out strong and try to even things up. But if they can keep their cool, they'll be on their way, I think, to the title.
On the floor for UConn, Jeffries. He's in at shooting guard, and it's Martin in at the 4. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Decker gets the bucket.
Now that's a killer crossover. The defender got totally shook up by that move.
Here is Day. He's covered by Hawkins. Here's Jeffries. The Badgers pull it in. Hill left side. The pass to Hawkins. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hawkins has got it back down to within single digits for the Badgers. For the Huskies, Sims is checked in, and it's Keith. Here is Day. Left side, Martin. From 16 feet away, he cans it. And UConn leads by 13. Here's the Badgers with the ball, and Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Peyton is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the power forwards position. Decker kicks to Peyton. Lets it go from 11. That one off the back iron and out.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Inside, here's Decker. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And stolen by Peyton. In transition, here come the Badgers. Reed with the steal.
And with this lead, it looks like they'll hold on for the title. A special moment for everyone on the team. And really, what a year it's been for their star, Freak.
Yeah, very impressive considering everybody pinned their hopes on him to lead the team at the start of the season. And he hasn't disappointed. For all the hype that surrounded him, he lived up to all of it.
Here's Peyton. Kicks it out to Hawkins. Pass to Evans. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
Boy, how about the Huskies and the success they've found in the tournament over the years? I mean, 4 titles for that program and all, with the first coming in '99. They've been absolutely dominant the past 2 decades.
Looking at who's out there now for the Huskies. Splitter's checked in, and it's Joseph in for Reed. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Wisconsin. Hill comes in for Peyton, and he gets it to go.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Huskies.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Well, the ball movement was good. The player movement was excellent, and you only get assists when guys make shots.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Sticking too much.
Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor. The Huskies have won the college championship, Greg, in a number of ways, both as a favorite and as an underdog.
Yeah, I mean, they won as high as the 1 seed back in '99. And then how about in 2014? They were a 7 seed that went all the way to win and cut down those nets. So they have rightly earned every ounce of fear and respect opponents have for them come tournament time.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Second shot opportunity, and the layup by Martin. And UConn leads by 14.
And that's the dagger right there, really the nail in the coffin.
I'd agree. I mean, they've done a great job of sealing this one, closing it out. And they never backed off, even with the big lead. I love to see teams do that.
And the free throw, no good. And so it's UConn with the win. And what an incredible feeling it is.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
Hi, I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the Queen Mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Hope everyone's well.
How you doing, Mr. P?
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time, and I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking and vibing, I love it, freaking and vibing. This freaking and vibing thing you do when you get hot, freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in line, so.
Cece, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
No, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's a plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, Freak. Listen, in life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, Freak, I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but that was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game. But BAM! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Well, maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is, you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But Freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys should talk.
Pete, what if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we work for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we work so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This is his life.
You're not listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. It's all right. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You gotta listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with
It's
y'all.
not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know, but it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse
Don't
me?
even
Wait,
know
Freak,
why.
My business?
you still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
None of
It's
your
no
business.
problem.
Yeah, man, your
Can I just interrupt
Your tone.
for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak, but you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder. I'm talking first overall. Listen to me. This is what
Mr.
I do. I am the
Pagnotti,
best at what I
You
do.
have had
Nobody
your
is
30
better.
seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just
Mr.
need to
Pagnotti,
understand.
would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Cece go through this contract front to back. I'm going to think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm going to call you guys later. I love you.
Love you,
I
son.
love you too, son. Bye. We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that. It was true. It happened to me.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the ninth pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas. With the 12th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Trey Lyles from the University of Kentucky. With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Devin Booker from the University of Kentucky. With the 14th pick in the NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Cameron Payne from Murray State University. With the 15th pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Kelly Oubre from the University of Kansas. With the 16th pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Terry Rozier from University of Louisville. With the 17th pick in the NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Rashad Vaughn from UNLV. With the 18th pick in the NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Sam Decker from the University of Wisconsin. With the 19th pick in the NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select Jaren Grant. With the 20th pick in the NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Harry Jeffries from the University of Connecticut.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibration. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Ma. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I like to thank my lady Yvette, my dude Vig.
Hey, yo, I got you, man. Hey, Harlem in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you uptown.
Man, he's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who is also my manager. Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You're the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the nickname Freak?
A lot of people don't know this, but Freak is short for my very first nickname, Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah, true story. I like to introduce our mother so she could tell it.
Go ahead.
You know, Mama.
Tell her, Mama.
Oh, get him, Mom.
Thank you, everyone. Frequency and Cece are fraternal twins. And so when I was pregnant, one of them kept kicking and jumping around all the time. So my husband, Pete, put headphones on my belly and played reggae music.
Hence the name Frequency Vibrations.
We shortened it to Freak.
How did you know who was kicking?
A mother knows. A mother always knows.
Are you ready for a photo op?
Yes. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next NBA superstar, Frequency Vibrations.
Go ahead, son.
Thank you all for coming. We will be available for one-on-ones in the back. Good job. Well done.
Congratulations, son.
Tune in now. Stay on
Don't look ahead, there's stormy weather. Another roadblock in our way. But if we go together. All in the time here if we stay. Always said our dreams would carry us, and the things
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
My first NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. And now it's time for me to show everybody I belong. And do my best to represent Harlem.
Now let's get it all in perspective for all y'all enjoyment of songs.
The Air Canada Center is filled to capacity. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. You can feel the energy here at Air Canada Center. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. And the Pacers start off with the ball. Basketball from Jeffries.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of this young man. He's worked so hard to achieve this goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years to come.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I can be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Pacers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Pacers. Hill and Stuckey are the guard set. Hill is out there with Mahinmi. And it's Hill in at the three. Here's Jeffries. Can't get it to go. So Indiana will take it the other way. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
And Hill has it in the corner. Back to Stuckey. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive by Indiana. Three-pointer. The rebound by Johnson. Raptors trail by 8. Joseph with the ball. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Jeffries. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success.
And mark that bucket down, folks. That's the first career basket from Jeffries.
You know, it maybe not the prettiest bucket he'll ever score, but it'll always be the first one.
And the first will make it the prettiest one. Well, no matter how he got it, just a fantastic moment in this young man's career and his basketball life.
Just 5 on the clock. The dish to Miles. The tray. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And the Pacers lead by 10.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
DeRozan passes to Jeffries. The Pacers pull it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here is Miles, now recovering. Allen with the screen for Ellis. Down low, deflects the pass, and stolen by Patterson. And DeRozan, here we go. Shot's good. DeRozan's got 5.
just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
I want everyone here in the Air Canada Center to get on up and cheer on your dance pack.
The Raptors making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. And so that brings the first.
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half. Our scoring in the paint has not been there. Come on, you fellas know how to play in the post. Get in position for the entry pass. Back your man down. Use shot fakes. Do what you gotta do to get us some points inside. And boy, have we had some quick hands on defense. Stay aggressive. Keep going for steals because so far it's been working. We've been tormenting them. I know we're down, but I don't want that to dictate the speed we run our offense at. Good shots are the priority, not quick shots. It might not feel like it, but we're in an okay position. A lot of teams would have been out of this game by now, but we're still in it. Let's get after it and see what happens.
Okay, fans, put your hands
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down.
Freaks checked in for Toronto. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Jeffries in at shooting guard. DeRozan out there with Scola. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Lowry in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Not doing them any favors with those kinds of errors.
So it's Indiana picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him.
We got to forget about that one.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George. Let's go to Kenny. What'd you think about his performance?
Well, Paul George showing us again tonight why he is one of the premier wing players in the NBA. We know that defensively he's always going to do the job, but he's just as valuable on the other end, scoring off the catch or the dribble.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson.
right down to earth.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Warriors with their last game here in Golden State before heading out on the road. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. They controlled everything in both games Iguodala comes in for Barnes, and it's Livingston in for Curry.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. Jeffries, he's in at point guard. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Scola. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Ross in at the 2 guard.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new. Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Thompson's got his first basket of the night.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Passes it to Livingston. Back to Thompson. Fades back. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Thompson's got 5.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Jeffries kicks to Ross. The pass to Biyombo. Toronto working the ball around now. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Green. Pass to Ross. He kicks it to Jeffries. Stripped away. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Here's Spates. And the basket good. Spates has got his first 2 points.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Pass to Thompson. Spates dishes to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. The Warriors on top. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game. That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. One out the wings, it's Iguodala and Barnes. And it's Curry in at the point. That's the Warriors' 5. Green, the pass to Bogut. Clock at 6. From deep. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Jeffries. Raptors trail by 10. And Valanciunas kicks to DeRozan. Feeds to Patterson. From the wing, that's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. The Warriors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Here's DeRozan, and he banks in the layup. DeRozan's got 10 points.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Green with a screen for Curry. Iguodala left side. They get it back. Dishes it to Barnes. No good on the 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's DeRozan missing. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, that was a good point. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Last outing for Toronto, unsuccessful. It was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
The inability to make threes in that game, because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
Barnes can't get it to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. And it's Klay Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. And Toronto also making a switch. Johnson's checked in. Out to Thompson. Back to Curry. Thompson outside. Curry with it. He had 31 points in the win against Brooklyn.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just showed the quickness of his hands and anticipation. And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
When you were just talking on Mo Spates, Clark. And that concludes the...
I'm alongside Coach Casey. And Coach, you...
Getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show. And Toronto making a change here. Jeffries is checked in. Warriors leading by 12. So for Toronto right now, Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Freak is out there with DeRozan. And it's Carroll in at small forward.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And the Raptors shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Carroll dishes to Jeffries. Unloads from 13. And that one's good. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Left side, Curry. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Valanciunas kicks to Carroll, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
I didn't really expect him to turn it over as many times as he has in the second half. It's caught me by surprise because before the break he only had 1.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Patterson, the screen. Carroll passes to DeRozan. Connects from three-point range. DeRozan's got 15 points.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Curry wide open. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Some changes for Toronto. James Johnson checked in for Patterson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Freak. And it's the Warriors. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Some changes for Toronto. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Maurice Spade's out there with Bogut. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Thompson misses.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And right, here we go. Jeffries can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Curry. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game. And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
Jeffries can't get it to go. Ross in the corner. Another shot. Warriors with the rebound.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Here is Livingston, guarded by Wright. Here is Livingston.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Livingston hits both of them. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate.
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.